Okay, welcome. Thank you very much for clicking on to today's video. Where my last 100 sales came from, the truth about website traffic. I'm about to share some amazing insights with you that nobody else can offer. I've created videos and talked before about the importance of websites if you want to be successful in business, about if you want to actually have the power over your own business and not have someone throw a switch one day and turn it off because a platform may change its policies or something. I've done videos talking to you about how to drive website traffic and create sales and things, and links to those videos will all be in the description. But today I'm going a step further. We're going to be diving into the last 100 sales I've had to see exactly where they came from. You might be surprised about the results. Now, why have I chose my last 100 sales? Well, I want it to be relevant. I want it to be recent. So it is literally the last 100 sales over the last couple of weeks, and you can see exactly where they've came from. So before I share the metrics, I want to give you some background and context for today's video. I'm a reseller. I've been doing this for over 2 decades, 25 plus years, but I sell antiques and collectibles. Now, it doesn't matter what you sell, this metrics, the strategy, the website, it will work for you no matter what category you sell in. Now, over the years, I've sold on eBay. Sold on eBay since the very beginning. I've had my own brick and mortar shop, and now I run my business 100% on my own website. No eBay, no shop, no fees, just online sales. I've shared many videos on my YouTube channel talking about what's best. Sell on eBay, sell on your own website, videos on, as I say, what it takes to drive traffic to your website, what it takes to have a successful website. I'm going to share my metrics with you and show you how many visitors I get to my website in just a moment. And you're going to have a shock. You really are. And that's with a website with errors that we only fixed yesterday. Now, one of the biggest things or arguments I make about websites versus eBay and other platforms like eBay is, first of all, A, the fees, you're not paying the fees, and B, you have the security. Because let's say, for argument's sake, tomorrow one of these platforms like eBay change the policy and you can no longer sell the product you sell on their platform. Or you get a couple of strikes because you get a couple of awkward buyers and you've lost your business. Websites really offer you security. Now, I've got videos showing you the strategies I've made to drive traffic to my website. Creating YouTube videos. I've got about 1,100 YouTube videos on YouTube, obviously, and what I tend to do as well, when my older videos that are like 5, 6, 7-year-old, I put them onto TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, because by now the YouTube algorithm is finished with the videos, the old videos, so I put them onto other platforms, and they're generating brand new traffic. I post probably 6 to 10 images of every new piece of stock on the website, but then I take the main image of all them pieces of stock and I put it onto Facebook. So let's say today I do 30 listings, or let's say I do 100 listings in a week. That's 100 images going onto Facebook with my link. If you like any of these articles, click on the link to go back to the website. Now, what that's also doing is creating backlinks for your website. Every time I do a YouTube video and I put the link in the description of the YouTube video saying, if you like any of the products in here, go to my website and have a look. That's another backlink. My website's got something like 13,000 backlinks from my own blogs, my own YouTube videos, my own Facebook posts, and other people who are referring my website or talking about my blogs and articles. I write blogs and tutorials on my website to attract in customers that way. By giving value and information, people come to the website and then they may browse around. And I create listings with beautiful images, lots of images, clear images, and good descriptions. And then the descriptions and the words and the blog posts and everything all come up as keyword searches for Google, and my images rank in Google image search. So let's say, for argument's sake, somebody wants to search for an 18th century drinking glass. They'll type that in. They're not going to open every website up and scroll through what people got. They're going to click straight on images and just going to scroll through the images till they see a glass they like. And if your images are good, they look beautiful, and they're ranked, People can click on your image and come straight to your website. But today, we're going to do something different. We're going to look at the metrics to find out where my last 100 sales have actually come from. Now, why is this important? I've just done a video with Kieran Talis in Antiques, and he's a new, relatively new professional dealer. I've been doing this a very long time, and I share videos to try and help people if they want to do what I'm doing. I show what I've done, what I'm doing, and then they can take away from that what they like. Well, this was a different video. This was a podcast style video. It was 2 hours long. And I talked to Kieran about how he started in the antiques, what it was like starting in modern times. Because a lot of people, first thing they'll say is, you've missed the boat, it's over with, don't bother. Kieran's only been professional a little over a year. He's got his own website, he still sells on eBay, he's got booths in antique centres and things like that. So I wanted a perspective from Kieran. So we done a perspective of what it's like starting up, what it was like taking the plunge, what risks did he have. I wanted to show that he's no different to anyone else. He wasn't rich and he took a plunge with risks. And he's building a very successful antiques business. He's got a good website, and we compared his website to my website. We talked about where we buy from, where we sell our products, that type of thing. It's a very, very good video. I'll link it in the description. Anyway, one of the comments I had from that was, because I showed about how many visitors I have to my website, how many views I get. And on average, I get between 80 and 90,000 page views a month. And somebody come back and they said, well, they'd love to know what the actual metrics are. So today we're going to look at the sales. I've picked the last 100 sales from the last few weeks, and we're going to look at those. The worry they had was that they felt, even though we say in start up a website, Kieran started a YouTube channel like me, and they were coming across and saying, well, can we do it without a YouTube channel? Do we need the YouTube channel? Do we need to do ads? Do we need to do this? And that is the importance of today's video. I want to point out first, before I go any further, I don't and never have paid for any paid advertising. Kieran does. Kieran does some paid advertising. I know that. He does some Facebook ads and things. I have never paid a penny towards advertising, as in social media advertising and that. It's all free advertising, all organic generated. So, should we take a look at my website views first? Now, my views in November, if you take a look, were 31,000 views, which resulted in 88,000 events or page views in November. December, my results were down considerably by about 25-30%. However, for January, my views for this month are 29,000 views with 81,000 events or page views. Now that is a very good traffic to the website. However, if you take a look at this, I'll show you in just a moment, I didn't even know I had an error on my website. I've had this website for nearly 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, and I've been working on it, and I've been building my brand. Brand is so important. I got videos talking about the importance of brand as well. But I've been working on it anyway for 4 or 5 years, and I didn't realize that my site wasn't indexed. I've now got that many viewers or visitors to the website. I now qualify for monetization, which means I can put ads, like you put ads in YouTube videos and things like that. I can now have little adverts dotted all over the website. Now you could do that straight away from Google AdSense, no problem at all. But the company I'm with, you had to have a certain amount of visitors to the website before they would take you on. And they pay something like 10 times the amount Google pay. So I'm going to be going with them. But I got to first of all activate Google Ads and have an ad manager account and an AdSense account before then I transfer it to this new company. And in the setting up of the advertisements this week, we noticed my site wasn't indexed. Now, what that means is I've got 6,000 products on there that, even though they're in Google search, are not actually correctly indexed. The Google bot hasn't crawled my website and indexed my blogs correctly. Now, all of this has a knock-on effect. What it means is my website's not being ranked correctly, my blog posts are not being found properly. When people search for stuff, I can be higher up in the rankings if I'm indexed. Now take a look at this, right? Yesterday, Google indexed over 21,000 pages on my website. That means my views in the next month to 3 months could go into the hundreds of thousands instead of 80,000, just because I'm going to be ranked properly, because my site is indexed correctly, because there's no more errors on my site. So basically, all them blog posts can now start ranking. If people search for something in that blog post, Google's going to go, there you go, have a look. So my views could go into the hundreds of thousands. It is really super exciting because we found out yesterday it wasn't indexed, and overnight Google indexed over 21,000 pages off my website. That is shocking. Anyway, you're here for the results of my last 100 sales. All right, and I've done full analytics, and I'll share pictures of the analytics results at the end of the video, and I will also put the screen grabs in showing you the Google image at the side of my website where it shows the source. So if anybody wants to actually see where I've taken this information from, the pictures will be at the end of the video. So the analysis of the data of the last 100 sales I've had throughout January will be 2% of an unknown source. Now, this is typical. Google Analytics can't always track sources, especially if a referrer or website doesn't provide the referral information, or there are users on private or secure networks, or if they go incognito window, things like that, or if they're working maybe from a workplace. You know, if they're in work and they shouldn't be buying, but it blocks the details, so they can't track them. It's perfectly normal and reflects a very small, unavoidable gap in tracking. It is what it is. Then I get 8% from outside referrals. These are clicks from other websites or platforms that mention your site, for example, blog articles that link to us. So people may have talked about antiques, or talked about car boot sales and gone, this is an amazing resource for you with their tutorial blogs, or this website has thousands of products, you know, or this man buys all this stuff from car boot sale and you won't believe it. Blog posts people have wrote that send them to me, or product mentions in other websites. So if people have mentioned, if maybe somebody's writing an article on 18th century glass and they go, this is a glass I'm talking about, you can find it over here, and then that's a referral, or listing in directories or forums or partnerships. This is a healthy number for outside referrals. It shows the external source, apart from social media and Google, are sending customers to my site. So that means 8% of my sales, so that's 8 sales out of 100, are coming from people who value my site enough to mention my site. So that is free advertising, free sales, free money. So 29% of my sales then are by direct traffic. Now, what that means, typically means people are typing in the website address manually, using a bookmark, clicking on links with stripped or missing referral information. So it could be, let's say I put my videos out on YouTube and I put my website address in there, or my Facebook posts. They could be copying the address rather than clicking on it and putting it in the address bar themselves. Or sometimes things like YouTube or Facebook might be stripping away the referral details, or it might not be showing, therefore it's coming across as direct rather than referral. Because I don't get a lot of referral off YouTube to the website, so I think it does count it as direct, or as I say, it's untracked social media. And links pasted all over social media, whether it's TikTok, whether it's blogs, whether it's Facebook, or whether it's YouTube. Anybody copying one of my addresses goes across to the address bar and it classes as direct. Another way is offline materials. Now, as you're aware, I've done a video this week showing my new thank you letter, but I put letters in with my sales and flyers and posters and things like that. So if somebody buys off me, I'll put a leaflet in and I'll give them the address of the website. Or if I'm at a car boot sale, I have a board, a banner showing my website, and I give business cards out to car boot sales, and people can then go direct that way. So offline materials are a big source as well. So 29% of my traffic or my sales to the website are by direct. So that is what I class as all my social media and all my offline stuff like my leaflets, my business cards, things like that. Now, this one might shock you. 61%. That is a huge margin, come from Google search traffic. Now, this is a significant number, right? 61%, and that is SEO, which is search engine optimization, which means I've optimized my website with keywords, blog posts, tutorials, and product listings. Now, you imagine how high that's going to be with these 21,000 pages now indexed. Google Images. People often overlook Google Images, but it's crucial. I've talked about it many, many times where I've said I had websites in the past with Vistaprint and things like that, and they never indexed my images. If somebody's going to search for something, let's say they want a brush, right? My little daughter's brush, right? Doesn't matter what the product is, they're going to search for the product. They're not going to open every website. They're just going to go straight across to images. And if your images are not indexed or cataloged and described with the proper correct tags and things like that, your images are not going to be put in front of the people who are looking for the product. Google Images are majorly important in what we're doing. And I'd say a lot of my traffic is coming from them because we now know, as of yesterday, my website wasn't indexed. So the only thing that 61% on the Google search traffic was coming from, in my opinion, was Google Images. Now, it also comes from informational or informal informational content. Tutorial blogs, capturing certain amount, pulling in users and things like that. But 61% from Google suggests SEO is working well and the organic search in the images is fabulous. Now, I can only say 21,300 something pages indexed this week. Within 2 months or 3 months, when Google has crawled all them pages, assessed all the information in them pages, started ranking it, my website ranking at the moment is something like 24, which is okay for a small family-run website. But I would imagine that's going to double or triple when these 21,000 pages get properly catalogued into Google. So the key insights. Google search dominates without a shadow of a doubt. Right? It's a massive 61% of sales, proves efforts in creating SEO-friendly content, images, blogs, and listings pays off. It debunks the notion that you need a YouTube channel and things like that for success. They help. 29% help. They help, which 29% is a massive number. As I say, the direct traffic is higher than expected, 29%. But as I say, that comes from everything from loyal customers, people who watch my vlogs, who've probably saved my website, been there before, and just gone to a link in their in their bookmarks and things like that. So there's loads of different ways that direct traffic can be coming, but it's also coming from the social media posts and things like that. Referrals could be an opportunity. 8% is a good starting point for external referrals, but there's room to grow. So collaborations, things like that, I can do with other YouTubers, other resellers. Then maybe one day, maybe I could put a link on my website saying to other antiques websites, maybe Kieran's. So if I haven't got the product you're after, here's another website that we trust that got some beautiful products you might know, and send customers to them and vice versa. You never know, it might be something I might consider in the future. And building partnerships and guest blogging, things like that, collaborations, is something I don't want to do at the moment, but I may do in the future. And unknown traffic doesn't worry me at all. If I'm having 2% and I don't know where it comes from, so be it. I've talked to you, well, I've actually done videos, the importance of tracking everything. If you track stuff, you can then make a proper decision on where you're going. You can see if something's working, if something's not working. But if you're not tracking, you're just guessing. So, conclusion, what you can take away from my video today. My sales don't come just from YouTube. In fact, majority of my sales come from Google search and direct traffic, which proves that anyone can build a successful website and generate sales, even without a YouTube channel. Google search, 61%, is proof that creating great product listings and writing blog posts and optimizing your website can bring in massive traffic. Direct traffic, 29% shows the power of brand recognition, repeat customers, social media sharing. Even if you don't have big audience, people will return to your website if it offers value and quality. In conclusion, do you need YouTube? While YouTube has helped me spread awareness and build brand trust, the numbers clearly show that SEO and direct engagement with customers drive most of my sales. You don't need a YouTube channel, but you do need to put in the work. Optimize your website for search engines, keywords, growth, products, descriptions, images, blog posts, anything like that that can help search engines and bring people in. Stay active on social media. Even if you don't want to have a YouTube channel, have a Facebook page, constantly post new products up. But remember, every time you post something up, put a link to your website. They're all considered backlinks by Google, and the more backlinks you get, the higher authority you get, and the more it thinks, okay, there's people out there that think this website's got something about it. Encourage return customers. Now, if you watched the video I done the other day, created a beautiful brand new thank you letter to go in with my sold items, and I encourage return customers by simply giving them 10% off the next purchase. Do I mind if I give a 10% discount? No. Let's be totally frank, in the antiques industry, a lot of people do expect a small discount. And make sure the website is indexed properly, because I've had 4 years of fighting against the current. It's almost been like I've been swimming upstream in the rapids. I've worked very, very hard, 100 hours a week some weeks, right? Building blogs, doing listings. Some weeks I've listed 200 items, and my growth has been slow and steady. And while slow and steady has now got me to the 80 to 90,000 visits or page views a month, can you imagine what they're going to be now in a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, when these 21,000 pages are properly indexed? I am so excited. It is absolutely shocking. So you don't need a huge channel. SEO is all important. So if you're going to have a website, don't just do a knock-up website. Make sure it's optimized, it's search engine optimized. Make sure it's got Google image optimization. And yeah, I hope you found the metrics interesting. Now, I can't give you the exact amount of percentage the visitors turn into sales. I'll do that in another video, because I'm going to have to take a proper look at it, study it over maybe a 3-month period, do some math and things like that. So I will take a look. But whilst that is an important metric, it's not as important as knowing where my sales are coming from, because the only thing I care about are the actual sales. The fact I get 90,000 page views, and I may only get a few percent of that 90,000 page views into sales, but it is more than I need. Always room to grow. I will do the maths and maybe do another video. That'll be a whole different video in itself. But let's be totally honest with you. If I'm getting 90,000, 200,000, 300,000 page views a month, whatever it'll be in another 2 or 3 months, that's 300,000 people seeing my adverts on my website. So even if they don't buy, they're going to be paying me via seeing adverts on pages. It's a win-win. And I just don't understand why more people don't set up websites. I know they're hard, but you can still work your eBay and do a website as a sideline and take one product a week, one blog post a week, and build your website up. And after a year, you'll turn around and you'll go, wow, that's got 50 really nice items, 20, 30 really good blogs, and it's actually bringing some customers to the website. I hope you found the metrics interesting, and I hope they help. But it certainly gives us more of an understanding of where my sales are coming from. And although I'm getting 29% from direct, I thought it would have been more from YouTube than I'm actually having. So Google has been my savior in today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.